Thank you so much, Professor Eldemar Shearer, Sir Kenneth Hall, former principal and also former Governor General. And let me express thanks to you. As you heard from Professor Eldemar Shearer, it was during his tenure as principal of the Mona campus that he conceptualized and institutionalized research days. So thank you and congratulations. Mr. Paul Scott, President of the Private Sector Organization of Jamaica, Mr. Chung, PVC Weber, our campus registrar, Dr. Gordon Strawn, and some very important gentlemen. For those of you who don't know it, our deans, because they are responsible for the core business of the university, teaching and learning, and also research. So our deans are some very important persons. Other UWI colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is my distinct pleasure to once again announce the launch of University of the West Indies Research Days. Over the past 18 years, this significant has given the UWI the opportunity to showcase the outstanding work being carried out by our academics and researchers. From exploring the concepts engendered in the development of our regional literature and arts to creating new pathways towards research and innovation, this event highlights the all-encompassing work of our research community that is committed to improving the development and social welfare needs of the Jamaican and regional community. The past 68 years have allowed us to place our stamp on research and innovation throughout the Caribbean, and Research Days activities have enabled us to connect with individuals interested in our work by giving them direct access to discuss, question, and engage our researchers. It is in the spirit of sharing knowledge, expanding opportunities for development, and appreciating the beauty of scientific discovery within the shores of the Caribbean that the UWI is pleased to celebrate the 18th staging of our research days. Under this year's theme, Driving Development Through Research and Innovation, we will showcase the impactful work of researchers who are striving to create better opportunities for development of our region and our country. From scientific advances to discussions geared at exploring the complex sociological framework of the Caribbean and beyond, this event will once again delve into the multifaceted and diverse research programs that are created to facilitate innovation, growth, and development. But more importantly, we value this opportunity as an academic community to share our knowledge with the people we hope it will benefit the most, the general public. For the UWI, research and innovation is only worthwhile if it has beneficial and positive impact on the welfare and livelihoods of the community we serve. Going forward, you will see the UWI and the Mona campus being a more activist institution, and in more ways than one, you will see the Mona campus moving back to the center. 3 years ago at my induction as principal, I made a commitment to reposition our research by putting the emphasis on projects which have the potential to contribute to the growth and development of Jamaica and the Caribbean. This year's exhibition will allow us to draw critical attention to over 70 areas of research being conducted on our grounds. you ladies and gentlemen, and the general public, or own colleagues, will view the exhibits and come to your own conclusion as to whether how far along the road we have gone to achieving what I said we would be seeking to do at my induction as principal of the Mona campus. I think we have moved the needle. I think we have moved the ball upfield, but we have a long way to go yet. And we're so happy that, Mr. Scott, that you agreed to be our guest speaker, because we value our relationship with the private sector of Jamaica, with the private sector regionally and internationally as well. And what we have done over the years, in recent years, is to forge a partnership with the private sector. And I would dare to say that despite the comments which were made after my induction, today the Mona campus has we have never been closer to the private sector. Sir Ken, you'll recall I made a statement. I blamed everybody for the lack of development. In terms of the development of the human capital, that's a matter of record. But I said that we had not done enough. And I said the governments had not done enough. They take that S off, it changes the meaning. And I also said the private sector had not done enough. And I said that our own university had not done enough. I was praised in some quarters, and I was chastised in other quarters, and they said you would drive the private sector away. But today, we have never been closer to the private sector. And in fact, we have a memorandum of understanding with the private sector, as well as the JMA, as well as many, many, many private sector entities in Jamaica. I believe that is this partnership between the university and the universities, because I believe other universities also have a role to play, the private sector of Jamaica, the public sector, and the government. I believe it is that partnership which will end this cycle of no growth or low growth. I believe it is that partnership that will take us out of poverty. And as I said the last time I spoke, I am tired of poverty. And we definitely need to grow our economy. I believe if the economy of Jamaica grows, if we are able to achieve growth, then the region will grow. So thank you for agreeing to be our guest speaker. As I said, I made that commitment to reposition our research by putting emphasis on projects which have the potential to contribute to the growth and development of our region. You will see the work being carried out at the UWI. We always aim to educate and expand on the critical knowledge base of our diverse community. This event, once again, enables us to engage with a wider cross-section of our Jamaican society, essentially bringing higher learning to their doorstep. I invite the public, and in fact invite all of you, my UWI colleagues included, to join us for these 3 days that will showcase research excellence. You will all have the opportunity to gain a bird's eye view of all the important research being carried out, discuss the work with our researchers, and engage in stimulating knowledge exchange with others with similar interest. We also warmly welcome regional and international researchers to this event with the expectation of establishing new and critical relationships that will drive research and innovation further in order to foster development opportunities for our nation. As principal, I am indeed proud to launch this year's exposition, and even prouder to commend the work that will be on display. Thank you all for joining us this morning, and I look forward to yet another successful staging of UWI Research Days. Thank you.